Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pass the Scoreboard. I'm Gianluca.
And I'm Justin. And today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, once again, the World Baseball Classic.
How can we not? It's just such been a good, fun tournament so far that both of my nations being represented are doing good. So yay for me. And yeah,
Me too. Korea and Canada, obviously we're both Canadian, so they're in the quarters, and then Italy's in the quarters, and Korea's also in the quarters. So can't ask for much more than that,
man,
other than them
we
to
did a
win. But
we did a perfect sweep.
yeah, that's right. Italy. We're gonna get into it in a second, but Italy, yeah, they they gave
Oh,
everyone a run for their money. Let's just say
let's
that.
see. We rule food. We rule beaches and art. Now we rule baseball. What else can't we do?
Guess we'll find out, but
All right. Should we
yeah.
just go talk about pool by pool here?
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same thing as last time. Obviously, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
shorter episode, but we can definitely fit everything in. So yeah, we'll go
All right.
pools. We'll start in
So,
pool A.
yes, Pool A, of course, finished Canada first place, Puerto Rico second, Cuba third, Colombia fourth, and Panama fifth. The first thing that catches my eye, this is how close this pool was. The team that finished in last place beat the team that finished in first. So I thought that's interesting.
I'll say this. I don't know if you watched that game, but Canada forgot how to field for
Oh
the
yeah,
opening innings.
People were mad at Josh Naylor because
Yeah, there was a
they
few
think he's
mistakes.
single. I read a comment on the YouTube highlight video that says Josh Naylor costed us this game, which I
I
mean,
would, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you could say he himself did, but it definitely played a
yeah,
part in it. Um, Yeah, but you know what? To be honest, I think the expectations were Colombia and Panama again weren't going to be as strong. Like to be honest, I'm pretty sure Colombia went 0-3 to start in pool play, but
yeah,
they
and then
they
they
beat
beat Panama.
Panama. But because this is and this might be the longest part of every pool that we talk about, the tiebreakers. It's kind of interesting how they do it.
Tiebreakers,
Like,
I don't think I mean, tiebreakers are kind of very difficult to understand. I understand why
yeah.
they do it like that is because of innings.
hmm
But at the
But
same time, why
yeah.
don't they just do a point system? If your game goes to extra innings and you win, you only get 2 points. And if you win in nine
Yeah,
innings, you
kind of
get
like
three.
kind of like hockey, right?
Right?
So,
I think that would be a much better way. And then if two teams are tied on points, do run differential. Bam.
yeah. I mean, I
MLB,
guess
I just freaking solved your whole issues.
I mean, I'll tell you this, you can't call it boring, that's for sure, because for some teams, they were literally, some teams had to rely on other games in order to move on. We'll get more into that later. But uh, yeah, so Canada and Puerto Rico are the two teams that are heading over to the knockout stage. A little bit of history here, because Canada, this is the first time that Canada has ever made it out of the pool.
Yeah.
So Canada's been in this tournament for all 6 years, and this is the sixth year, obviously, and this is the first time that they've got out of the pool stage. For Puerto Rico, it's pretty normal. For Cuba, it's definitely normal, but this is also history because for the first time ever, Cuba will not make it out of the pool.
Yeah,
Um,
it was interesting because once Canada beat Puerto Rico in their second last game, they could only finish first or third. There was no second
yeah,
place option. So,
exactly,
yeah, I mean, uh, this pool again was very close. As a Canadian, I'm happy, of course.
absolutely.
We kind of have a daunting task in the quarterfinals. Um, but yeah, I think this was a solid.
But you know what? There's always a chance, and I think with the way Team Canada handled these pretty good countries in their pool, I think anything's up in the air. So Canada, Puerto Rico, Canada will be Canada's the Pool A winner. Puerto Rico's Pool A runner up, so they're 1 and 2 in spots. Should we get on to Pool B?
Yeah, Pool B. Yeah,
We'll
let's
let you
go.
we'll let you lead with this one.
Forza Azzurri, we've kind of been crap in soccer the last few years, but you know what? It's okay because we're making it up with our baseball. All right. I mean, I'm saying like I'm Italian. My background is, but I'm not, wasn't born in Italy, but whatever. Italy smacked every single team. I mean, they had a bit of some trouble with the States in the last couple innings. But besides that, they just destroyed everybody. Their run differential was plus 20 in what we would agree probably the most balanced group.
Yeah.
So
Outside of one or two teams, I'd say it was pretty
yeah, their
even
plus
all
differential
around.
was
But
their run differential was plus 21.
yeah,
What can I say? Vinny Pasquantino. Okay, the espresso machine was fun, but like, I understand we're Italian. We drink espresso. Yes, cool. It's getting kind of corny, but whatever. Maybe they should do like a pasta thing
I
where,
mean, you know what? Espresso works. It wakes you up, right? Like I think that's.
but we
I
don't need
mean,
to be
like
woken up. We already
I
are,
guess so. But hey,
you
if
know.
you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Whatever keeps working,
That's
you don't change it.
true.
So who knows? More espresso for Italy, and I must say for the United States, although they were the heavy favorite in this pool, they still performed well. However, that one game against Italy almost cost them. Like,
Well, I'm sure you heard about this, but didn't like they think they were through?
yeah. So for some reason, Mark DeRosa, who is the manager, he was the manager of the United States national baseball team in the last tournament that lost in the finals to Japan. He, for some reason, thought that them being 3-0 would automatically clinch them. The re
He thought wrong.
the problem is
He was wrong.
Mexico. Yeah, he was wrong. Well, Mexico still had a game, and Italy still had two left. And little did they know, but at one point in their game against Italy, they'd be sitting down 8-0. Like obviously, they came back. Because the U.S. is still the U.S. They're gonna fight back, especially in baseball. This is their game. They definitely came back, but at the end of the day, it was still an upset. Italy upset them, and I'm pretty sure you could say Italy upset Mexico too.
Oh, that game was more shocking because like they
Yeah,
just took care of them and then never let up and
exactly. Like it was 7-0, and then it was 7-1, big deal, 8-1, 9-1. Okay, well, guess what? And with that, Italy finished undefeated in the pool, right?
yes,
Like they didn't
they
lose a game, which
yeah.
is something that you don't necessarily see. Not saying that the Italian national team is bad at baseball, but historically, this is the best they've ever done.
Yeah, they just were so good in every game. Um did you I was on like Twitter or Threads yesterday while the Italy-Mexico game was going on,
Right.
and there was a tweet that said like, oh, after Italy was up like 6-7-0. That's it. Oh, USA can still get eliminated, but Mexico would have to come back and win the game in 15 innings. And yeah, I'm like, holy crap, that's just how
Yeah.
ridiculous this
So
tiebreaker thing is.
yeah, so that's I'm gonna get into that just a little really quickly. But the tiebreaker scenario was if Mexico beat Italy, then the
And it was a
US
low scoring game.
and if Mexico beat Italy by scoring 4 runs or less, the United States would have lost. They would have not made it to the knockout stage. And
And
then
then if
obviously
Mexico beat Italy by in a high scoring game,
then
then
Italy and US would move on.
and then yes.
And then the other scenario, which is the scenario that actually took place, was if Italy was to win, obviously they just look at winning percentage slash their record. Italy's 4-0, US is 3-1, Mexico's 2-2. Pretty obvious who goes up. But for a lot of people, they were saying, why don't Italy and Mexico just, you know, win? Like, why doesn't Mexico just beat Italy
Yeah,
2 knockout the
why don't they
US?
throw the game? That's never gonna happen.
But Team Italy had other plans because they put up a 9 spot.
Yeah, I mean that's never gonna happen. We're never gonna have two teams come together and freaking
Yeah,
shake
no,
hands and
no.
say that's just not.
Listen, it's at the end of the day, it's like, it's a tournament and you're there to win. So regardless, whatever happens, happens. But I mean, hey, Italy ended up proving that they can play ball. And
And then for me, I'm kind of disappointed in the British. They really didn't put up much of a fight in any of their games.
I mean, you know what? They don't outside of Jazz Chisholm, their
Yeah,
lineup was pretty thin.
that's
Um,
true.
like I hate to say, it, but even Jazz Chisholm had a horrible tournament. My God.
Yeah, he had a couple of RBIs in I think the last game, but
Yeah. But even
besides,
then, it's like he did not play very well in any of the
no,
4 games,
no.
like at all. So I mean, when the guy who's supposed to be your leader isn't necessarily leading, it's tough to win. But
And then Brazil,
um,
I mean, Manny Ramirez's son, shout out to him. He
yeah,
had two
and shout
home.
out
He
to
had
Bo Bichette's brother.
it. I mean, what's his name? Lucas Ramirez. What's his
Yeah, yeah,
name?
Lucas Ramirez and then Dante Bichette Jr.
Lucas Ramirez had two home runs against the United States. That was
Yeah,
cool. That's
that
something
was
that's
that was
something
pretty awesome.
he can always like take for the rest of his life, even if he
Yeah,
doesn't like become a
let's
major league
he
star.
hit a homer off of
I don't remember who it was.
to be honest, I don't either. It might have been like Logan Webb or something like
I mean,
that. But still.
still a very good fuck. That's still a very good flex. I homered off
Yeah.
Logan Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like
but
yeah. So
that's
then this
pool
group,
B.
so that was pool B. So yeah, we'll do the
Oh, you
quarterfinals
know what?
after.
I gotta lead with this one because this is where my people barely squeaked it out. Um,
This pool was just so sorry. Continue.
you're good. You're good. It was so up and down.
Yeah, this pool had like oh like
It had like
Taiwan.
there was some
Taiwan
crazy actions.
literally
Yeah.
disgraced their country with that Japan game, and then they come back and they won their last two. Um, so yeah, but they still finished fourth.
Yeah.
Those
So
that
again, this
game
is where the
ultimately that first
tiebreakers. Yeah.
yeah ultimately that first game against Australia like just messed them up, which is not good.
You know what? For Australia, how heartbreaking that it literally came down to the fact that Korea scored one extra
One
run
run,
in
yeah.
their win.
And
So
this is why we should just make it run different. I mean, even if it is run differential, Korea still would have went through.
yeah,
Uh, but like,
but still,
yeah,
the whole point is that it doesn't need to be more complicated than this, right? Like, it was literally Australian and Chinese Taipei or Taiwan, but internationally recognized as Chinese Taipei, just so that they don't piss people off in the world. Um, they
you
had
know what
both
that
given up.
you know
Sorry.
what that run for Korea like kind of
To be
reminded
honest,
them.
it shouldn't have even happened.
You,
Australia made an error before, which allowed the runner to advance and then a sack fly.
but you know what that run kind of reminded me? Remember in the Olympics when Czechia played Sweden and they were losing like 5-1 and they scored to make it 5-2 and they knew that that one goal would probably make them first in the pool and they celebrated so
What
they,
year? What year was this?
this was this year.
Was it?
Yeah, I think they were playing Sweden. I think they were down like 4-1 or 5-1
Okay.
and they
Yeah,
scored.
hey, I can see how that like it's the same thing here,
Yeah.
right? And in this case, it was whether or not Korea or Japan would be playing more than 4 games in the tournament. And yeah, because for a while it was 6-1 Korea, and then Australia put one up to make it
Yeah.
6-2, which meant that Australia, if it stayed at 6-2, Australia would have won.
Australia would have been, but
Yeah.
then maybe Taiwan would have overtook them both. Like,
I
no,
don't think so because
because they
Taiwan
got
had given
destroyed by
up.
Japan.
Well,
So,
because no, but
but that wouldn't have mattered. No, you're right. You're right.
exactly. So, but Taiwan had still given up more runs to both Australia and Korea than Korea and Australia did
Okay,
to.
so yeah,
Yeah,
Taiwan disappointing. You shouldn't have lost. You should be beating Australia. Um,
yeah. But I
but but
mean,
but the Czechia team, that picture of theirs, what's his name? The guy that's going.
Andre Satoria, I
That,
believe it is.
what a legend.
See,
I
we were talking. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we were talking about this in the last episode. This is why you play the game. This is why countries around the world are here and they play. And it's because of amazing stories like this. Andre Satoria, he's a full-time electrician back home in Czechia. And what did he do against Japan? He threw 4 2/3 shutout innings against Team Japan. And then the
and
guy who relieved him threw 3 shutout innings. So yeah, the
yeah,
score might not say much because
they
ultimately
lost.
Japan, yeah,
Yeah.
they Japan beat them 9-0. But give the Czechs some credit. They held the score to 0-0 through 7 full innings.
And
Like,
did in the last tournament he struck out Shohei Ohtani.
yeah, and I believe he did again this year too.
Oh, yeah, you see, bro. What's Otani's BA against him? Zero?
Probably,
How
which is
many
pretty
pitchers in the
unreal.
world can say that? Him.
Yeah. And you know what? I think this will definitely like I said, it's about spreading the game around the
Yes.
world. And but for Andre Satoria, the coolest part is that this was his final game with the Czech national team.
Oh man, why?
I don't know. He announced that this was it, and
Man,
classy Japanese fans all gave him his ovations and stuff like that. And even after the game, he was walking around tipping his hat, and the Japanese team came over and congratulated him. This is why you love it, right? And
yes,
in total, Satoria threw, I think it was eight and a third of shutout innings, like eight and a third innings with no ERA, which is
that's
pretty unreal
crazy.
considering the other teams in their pool. Pretty unreal. But
That's crazy.
unfortunately, they went 0-4, so they will have to requalify for the next World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, because they finished last.
But even if they don't, I'm pretty sure they still made some history here, and they definitely put a mark on it.
For sure. And then lastly, we'll talk about Group D, where I think the best team in the so far in this
Yeah,
tournament is,
I think the best
right?
team has definitely proven themselves here. Do you want to lead this off?
Yeah, so this pool, the DR finished, Dominican Republic finished first, Venezuela second, Israel third, Netherlands probably the most disappointing team in the whole round pool play, fourth, and then Nicaragua finished fifth. So yeah, the Dominican Republic, we knew going into this tournament their lineup would be insane, but like they literally hit like three, four home runs every game. And they're like with men on base, like, and they're having fun too. They have so much um, electricity and they're so vibrant in the
They're
dugout.
they're they're showing everyone why this tournament is really so underrated. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
exactly. Because like this tournament has always had that, oh well, do they really even care? Yes, they do. So yeah, I mean that game against Venezuela was like I know the final going into the ninth inning was 7-3. No, I forgot the score going into the ninth inning, but it was like kind of a blow up. But Venezuela, they had one inning where they had like a runner on second with no out in a run game, and they didn't manage to capitalize on that. And then yeah, that inning changed everything. Like so, yeah, for them, Venezuela, I think they could easily make the finals because that's how good their team is. Like Luis Arias is a slugger in this
yeah, I was
tournament.
going to say for some reason he's hitting the ball out. Like this is he's hit more home runs in this
Yeah.
tournament than he probably has in any single MLB season he's played.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
like talk about a time to heat up for your nation. But can we talk about really quickly the Dominican outside of that very final game, which how fitting that the very last game of the pool was the two teams that were 3-0 to determine first and
Yeah.
second. Can we talk about how the Dominican literally beat every team by 9 or more runs
But I
leading
mean,
up to this?
they just
Like,
delivered. Like they literally just delivered. They destroyed everybody. You know, in many people's eyes, they're now the favorites because of that. And their pitching has been really good too. So, I think they're going to have Christopher Sanchez in
yeah.
their quarterfinal game against Korea. So, yeah.
Funny enough, I saw a graphic and I believe the starter, unless it's wrong, they're saying it could be Hyunjin Ryu, which would
Oh,
be
wow.
pretty cool.
I mean, that would be cool. Hyun Jin Ryu did not have a good appearance though, from what I remember. Or
I
did
don't
he?
believe he did.
I
I
think
don't
he had
know.
like I think he had an okay one actually. I think it might have been okay.
Let me I'm gonna have to look it up,
I think he
but
played in the game against let me see. Let me refresh my
maybe
mind.
Japan.
It wasn't against Czechia. It might have been Japan, but they didn't but I don't think he gave up a lot of those runs. Or did he?
So or did he even pitch at all?
No, he did. I remember I watched him pitch.
Okay. Well then I must be like
It wasn't against I don't think he pitched against Czechia. Uh it might have been Japan. It might have been Japan.
so he threw I mean he actually did pretty well. He only gave up 1 run to Taiwan in 3 innings.
Oh, okay, it was Taiwan. Okay, then yeah. So
But
shout
yeah,
out
I
to him.
mean, shout out him, former Blue Jay, former Dodger, which most people tend to
He
forget.
didn't
But
he win the ERA title
yeah,
with the Dodgers?
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then I must say too, unfortunately for Nicaragua, in their very first game of the pool, they were up 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Looking this and if they won, which they haven't yet. They're 0-8 so far total in World Baseball Classics. They played in two last time in this year.
You're talking about the game against the Netherlands?
Yeah. So Nicaragua is up 3-1, and what did they do? They gave up a 3-run walk-off home run. So
To
to the
who?
Netherlands, to the
Yeah, but
Dutch.
who did
Who
it?
hit it? Who hit
Yeah,
it?
I forgot.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to.
It
Uh,
wasn't Bogarts, was it? No.
it was actually I have it up right
Was
here.
it Bogarts?
Oh my God,
I
this
think it
is.
was.
If it was, it'd be pretty funny. But unfortunately, oh no, it was Ozzy Albies. That's right.
Oh, okay. That makes
So
sense. I knew it was
unfortunately for
one of their big players.
yeah, well, he's not big in size, but he's pretty
Well,
big.
no, I mean big by like a
I know.
yeah.
But yeah, so Nicaragua for the second time in a row finishes 0-4, and they need to requalify again. Still looking for their first ever World Baseball Classic win, but that pretty much rounds out Pool D. I think the summary for Pool D is that the Dominican team is way scarier than everyone thought they'd be, and everyone should watch out.
Yeah, that team ridiculous.
So moving on to you, let me know when you're good.
All right, so quarterfinals. Fit,
So pretty quick turnaround.
yeah,
Uh,
tomorrow it starts. Or today
yeah,
when this video goes up.
yeah, for people watching, it'll be today because the video is going to go up on the Friday. But yeah, the whole point is March 13th. There will be two quarterfinals. Korea will take on the Dominican Republic at 6:30 Eastern time.
And that's
And
Miami.
yeah, in Miami. And then the United States will face Canada at 8 p.m. Eastern time
And that's in Houston.
in Houston, Texas.
Uh
Um,
what do we
to
feel?
be
What are we feeling,
honest,
Justin?
I
I'm
think
sorry. I think it might be the end of the ride for the Koreans.
I think so too. Um, because to be honest, Korea shaky. Their bullpen is not very good. Their bullpen has probably been their weakness. I think for them, whoever's starting for them, if it's Hyunjin Ryu, he needs to go at least like 5, 6 innings, maybe
So,
even
so the pitch count now is not 65, the limit.
it's
It's
up to 80. It's up
80.
to 80.
So with 80 pitches,
So
you could probably realistically, if you're very, very, very efficient, go six
maybe,
innings.
yeah, maybe more because Ryu's not a strikeout guy.
More
So
is tough. That's
yeah,
tough. But
but I'd say
but
6 innings
six,
would be the
yes,
expectation.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, he's gonna have to miss a lot of bats,
And
like
then
Dominican bats.
if you go over, don't you get penalized? Like,
Yeah, but you can finish a batter. You can finish the batter.
okay, so that yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you can finish the hitter, which is like
Like
that's
if I'm Korea, right? Like and Ryu was having a good game, yeah?
yeah.
And let's say he's five and like he's 6 innings, he's in the sixth inning, he's pitched like 78 pitches, yeah,
Hmm.
and he's about to start a new batter. Okay, and then he finishes that batter, and let's say he's in a jam and the game is close. Isn't it like what's the penalty for him to go beyond 80 and beyond a pitch and beyond an at bat? Is it like
I
he
mean, well, so he can like if he starts at 78 and he finishes and he like starts the next if he has 79 pitches, he can start the next at bat and finish it even if it takes him to like 85.
but what if he finishes it and then he does another at bat? Like what's the penalty for
I
that?
have no idea. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Because I would say like, yo, it's do or die. Screw a penalty. Yeah, my team wants to go to the semifinals.
Maybe it's like disqualification or something like that.
Oh, then never mind. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Maybe it's something pretty tough like that. If it is, I'm assuming it is, so I probably wouldn't,
Like
but
for the player or for the team?
maybe I don't know, who knows.
If it's
Knowing
for the team,
knowing
obviously not.
international committees and whatever, they might just kick out the team.
Yeah.
Because in hockey
Um,
they do a lot of like team punishments too. But
yeah,
yeah, so
obviously then no. But yeah,
but I mean either way it'll be a tough game. Um honestly
I
just
got the DR winning kind of somewhat
yeah, so
comfortably.
so we can do our predictions too at the same time. So yeah, I'll predict. I don't know if we'll predict scores because to be honest, all the scores have been so like out of pocket.
No, we're not gonna do scores, but I'll
I'll
predict.
probably put the Dominican Republic winning. Unfortunately for my people, I'm really sorry, but I think the DR has proven that they can beat anyone in this tournament. So I think they're going to move on. And then the back half of that night is a matchup that we see a lot in another sport, and that's the United States against Canada. Except oddly, Canada will be the higher seed in this matchup, which in baseball at least is like never the case. Well, because Canada never moves on, but in the one time that Canada is moving on, they happen to be better than the United States, which is yeah. But
Yeah, they beat the United States in 2006. So
they did. They upset
there's
them
no,
there.
there's
So
always that.
anything can happen. And I think for Canada, this would be more national pride too, just because we did come off
Loss.
two Olympic gold medal game losses, both in overtime, both 2-1 games in the women's and men's finals. Um, that's all I'll say about that. But the U.S., the Canada, although they are the home team in this game, they are clearly the underdog. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at their pitching has been okay in the tournament so far. I'm talking about Canada's.
Yeah.
Um they had one really, really good outing from Jameson Taillon. Is
Yep.
that
And James Paxton against Cuba
yeah.
was pretty unreal.
So their pitching so far has not been bad, but they're going up against a freaking tank of a
Yeah.
lineup.
hmm
So
Maybe the scariest. Like I know the Dominican has been
yeah,
like the
I would
best
put it.
offensive team, but I think on paper, if you just look at it like that, the US has easily the best batting order.
Okay, so I'm
Um,
gonna take an upset. I'm taking Canada. You know why? I have national pride. Okay, so yes, I'm taking Canada. We're gonna win in an extra innings, 10th inning walk-off home run by Denzel Clark. Why not? You know,
you know what? I'll say we beat the US like 4-3 in like the tightest game ever. I think they win 4-3. You know what? Because although the US is good, they've definitely proven that anything after their game against Italy, they've definitely proven that anything can happen.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Like to be honest, I think it's and this is the best team that Canada sent, I feel. So I think they definitely
Oh,
could pull it
hold on a
off.
sec. We talked about that in the last episode. I said this team is better than the 2023 team, and I thought you said that the 2023 team was kind of better.
You know what? Looking at it, I rethought about it
Yeah, I think,
after, and I was like, this is probably the best roster we've sent. And I think you know what they say, stats don't lie. So
of course.
this is
So yeah.
clearly the best one. Maybe it partly might be the pool that they were in, but either way, they finished first. So, but yeah, we both have Canada winning.
All right.
And then we'll move on to the second half of the quarterfinals, which will start the day after. So March
Puerto
14th.
Rico and Italy. Oh, this one's good. Um,
I'm gonna say it. I think Italy wins.
you know what, Justin? It's going a bit too good for Italy. Okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Actually, you know what?
You hate to do this.
I'm
You
picking
hate to do
Italy
this to your
too
own people
because I'm picking Italy too because screw it. All right.
because of heritage.
Yes, the espresso will get them through and they will take out Puerto Rico. It's going to be a good game, but Italy will 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 just win. Jack Caglioni, Dominic Canzone,
Pasquantino, who else?
Mascantino.
Aaron
Uh,
Nola can't pitch for them, but I mean that guy was
no,
freaking
because
amazing.
he pitched the last game and he was very good.
My God.
Um, yeah, I mean Puerto
Don't forget
Rico,
don't forget John Birdie on Team Italy. That guy,
yes.
I love that guy too.
Puerto Rico,
He's hitting 417 in this tournament. I don't think anyone would have ever seen that, but he is
that's
hitting 417.
crazy.
Yeah.
The
So
Puerto Ricans, it's sad that they don't have their best players. Like,
that's the thing too. You know what? If they had
yeah,
their extra three guys, I think this tournament is completely different.
yes, I think they're up there with like the favorites because
Yeah.
they have like lots of like camaraderie
hmm
and they love baseball there. So yeah,
And
it's
they're
sad.
usually just unreal.
Yeah, they're very good. They have like the best all-time pool win-loss record, I think.
Yeah. And
So
even in the tournament so far, like they've still been pretty good. The only game that they really lost The only game they lost at all was to us.
Yeah.
But,
So
but again, it's like, but yeah, no, they're pretty good. I think Italy wins in a. I think this one's going to be tighter than all the games that Italy's played. Again, probably like a 5-4, 6-5
yeah,
kind of
probably
thing.
like a couple runs.
Yeah, but in the same case for Canada and U.S. and Italy and Puerto Rico, I think the underdog is the home team. So
Yes.
like
Yes.
even though Italy did go 4-0 in their pool, I still think that obviously historically Puerto Rico is the better team.
Uh,
And
I think Italy would have to be seen as the favorites in this game because the way they've played. Like it's not like they went 4-0 with a group full of like jabronis. No, they
I
beat.
mean, you know what? I guess so, but those, you know, the Latin American teams, Puerto Rico and all those countries, they come
They
through when it matters the most
yes,
after that.
exactly. So that game should be close. Last
The next one, it
we're
might
both
not
taking
be
Italy.
close.
Uh,
Yeah, we are
no, I
taking
think this is
Italy.
the best game out of all of them.
Really?
Yes, I think this is going to be very close.
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
I think Japan has very good pitching and they have very good depth, but I think Venezuela is like they're
Their
just
hitters have
so
come up real clutch in this tournament.
they're just so like they're there. They kind of like the Blue Jays. They're always there, right? Even in the game against
Yeah.
Dominican, they again I that inning, if they would have scored a run, who knows how that game plays out, right? Maybe they're playing Korea and the DR are playing Japan, but whatever. It didn't work out like that. It works out like this. This one's hard to call for me. Japan, the thing about Japan is all their games were like really close,
Hmm.
and then they just clutched. Like they,
Yeah.
yeah, like that's the thing about Japan. They all their games in the pool play were close, but then they just, except for the Taipei one, that one
Yeah. Pretty much. That was the one where
yeah,
they convincingly won. But besides that, every game was like they're in it. Like both teams are in it until like literally the very end.
okay. I think here I'm taking the lower seed. I think I'm taking Venezuela to kind of in an upset. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me Venezuela are just gonna go to the finals.
I think I think I think Japan's gonna win.
Mhm.
Again, though, I think it's gonna be really tight.
Okay,
Like it'll be
so you're saying Japan, I'm saying Venezuela. Okay, so
but besides that, all the other three predictions we made are all the exact
all the
same.
same.
So
So that would make the semifinals Canada and DR, and then Italy, and then I'd say Venezuela, and you say Italy, Japan.
yeah.
Um, the finals I think is going to be DR and Venezuela.
Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Uh
rematch.
well, I don't know how like for the semifinals, do they like
It would be the winner of Korea, DR versus the winner of US and Canada, and then the
okay.
winner of the other two.
Yeah, so if we get past the United States tomorrow, I think our tournament would end on
Yeah.
March 15th. No disrespect at all to Canada, but listen, the fact that we're already in this part of the tournament is
Is a
pretty,
win.
yeah, like this was
W.
first time in history, right? So, um, yeah, and then I think Japan beats Italy.
Oh, my heart. But I, but
I'm
I, the
sorry.
winner.
I'm really
I think,
sorry.
I think the winner of, I think the winner of that game will beat Italy. So,
Yeah. And then DR Japan is my final, and I think the DR wins.
so we're both going DR.
We are going DR, just little different paths. Like well, pretty much the same path besides one
Yes,
little tick. But either way, we both agree that the Dominican Republic will,
they're too good.
yeah,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will come back to Blue Jays camp as a champion.
yeah. You heard it here, folks.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Um, we might do a video after the quarterfinals to break it down, but we'll see. It's a
Yeah,
quick turnaround.
it is
So
a
yeah.
quick turnaround. So we'll see, but but we'll definitely make a video at the very end of the tournament
Yes.
just to kind of summarize the whole playoff round in total. But either way, go Canada, go Korea, and in your case, go Italy.
Yes.
Uh,
Forza Azzurri.
yes, Forza Azzurri, and as they say, anything can happen.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. It's past the scoreboard. If you watch this video, please like, subscribe. do whatever you got to do.
comment whatever you want. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
comment.
Do
Except for any
whatever.
racial. Don't say any racial
Yeah,
things.
please just be nice.
Yes. Be nice. Don't call me stupid Italian, and don't call Justin a stupid
Korean.
yeah. All right. Thank you everybody. Have a good one.
Take care, guys. See you next time.